Salut à tous les popis, c'est Popitox et j'espère que vous avez tous la forme aujourd'hui. On se retrouve pour l'épisode 2 de GreedFall. Donc c'est parti, on va visiter un petit peu les entrepôts. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose derrière ou un truc comme ça? Non. Je pense pas, on va visiter ça. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a à voir dans le coin? Ben rien. Il y a plein de monsieur là. Ah, crocheté. Pièces d'or, potion de magie, préparation alchimique, munitions, gants de prêtre, bottes de prêtre, anneau de moine. Ok. On a trouvé un coffre. Là aussi, il y en a un. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a dedans? Ok. L'entrepôt des notes. Après, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Là, on a vu. Entrepôt, il y a un entrepôt là? Encore? Non, on l'a pas vu celui-là. Enfin, je sais plus, ça se ressemble tellement ici en fait. Non, je crois pas qu'on a vu celui-là. Non. Non. Là, il y a un coffre. Ok. Euh... Tout prendre. Ok. Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. C'était... Non, c'est pas ça. Non plus. Chapeau. Non. Non plus. Voilà. Et lui, je crois que je peux changer aussi. Ah, il est plus perdant qu'autre chose. Ok. Bon. Ce que je voulais faire, c'était... C'est quoi ça? D'accord. Anneau de magie divine, coup de poing. C'est les attributs, ok. Les talents. Il y a beaucoup de choses à faire en fait dans ce jeu. Alors, moi la carte. Capitainerie, là c'est vu. On n'a pas vu ici. La prison des notes.
You cannot pass. Only the Norths have access to the prison.
D'accord, seules les notes ont accès à la prison. Alors, faut pas y accéder.
Cannot pass. Only the...
La prison des notes, c'est mort. Là, il y a un entrepôt.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along. Did you hear the bell? The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We're not in Teleme, you know. You better get going. The harbour master is ringing it. All the Nauts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Ah, we didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
Ok. C'est quoi cet endroit du coup? Ok. Fouiller. Je prends tout. Alors. 2 minutes, je regarde juste un truc sur le téléphone. Voilà, c'est bon. Là, il n'y a rien. Là. Là, il n'y a rien. Là, il y a un coffre. Je suis où là? Ok. Voilà. Entrepôt, là-bas. Et je crois que c'est déjà vu, non? Ouais, c'est déjà vu. Je suis passé par là. Et entrepôt, là-bas. Ok. Alors. Quoi? Aïe. Aïe. Mais... C'est bon. Ça va, ils ont pas fait long feu. Faut que j'aille en haut. Voilà. Tout est fouillé. Je peux pas sortir par là. Bon, ben du coup, les amis, on va aller enquêter sur la disparition du mouse. Donc ça va être par là-bas. On va y aller. Voilà.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No. Not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Bon.
Strange story this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Greenblood, do you need something?
Non.
I must leave you.
Ok. Donc, du coup, interroger les témoins. On va y aller. On va monter par là. La résolution des quêtes. Dans GreedFall, une quête est généralement résolue de plusieurs manières différentes. Les sardelles à plusieurs cordes sans arc, ruse, persuasion, intuition, corruption, création d'objets, artisanat, la chance, ok.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, Light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Bon. On va parler à ce monsieur.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong-arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Bon. On a encore un peu de temps parce que comme je travaille et tout, ça va être un peu compliqué d'avancer dans le jeu. Alors là, trouver et confronter les ravisseurs. Ok. Informer la caserne de Soren. Ok. Et là, prévenir l'ambassadeur de votre départ. Ok.
Citizens of Salut, come to me. You won't regret this
On va aller par là.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please. Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Ok.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
Ok. Mission accomplie pour l'instant. Oh non, il faut aller là-bas. Ok. Allons-y, Alonso. Ah, je vais passer par là. Mais casse-toi, merci. Voilà.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home, and we are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able
Okay.
to help us? Anyone who's not a Nort?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
Il est juste là, de toute façon, lui.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been...
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for
I
departure.
certainly hope so.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
En fait, il y a beaucoup de voyages rapides, hein. Enfin, de voyages rapides. Dommage qu'on peut pas se téléporter rapidement, quoi. Parce qu'à chaque fois, il faut aller. Voilà. Là, il y a un truc. Note à l'intention de la servante. J'aimerais que vous prépariez plusieurs repas et les ameniez à un entrepôt que nous possédons sur le canal. Mon époux doit travailler avec son commis, avec ses hommes de quelques jours. Veuillez qu'il y ait assez pour que tout le monde mange à sa faim et soyez discrète. Nous tenons pas à ce que d'autres familles sachent ce qui se passe chez nous.
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Excuse me, madam.
If you would be...
With respect.
Ok, c'était juste ça à voir. Pas de soucis. Alors. Trouver un moyen de libérer Jonah. Ok, bon du coup on fera ça dans le prochain épisode. Du coup les amis, j'espère en tout cas que cet épisode vous aura plu. N'hésitez pas à partager, à liker, à vous abonner et bien sûr faites ce que vous voulez. Je vous fais de très gros bisous. Et moi je vous dis à la prochaine pour un nouvel épisode sur GreedFall. Bisous les amis.